I'm Jason.
And this is Husband Tea Torture. Great. So we are back with episode 17. I can't believe it's already 17. Yeah. So if it's your first time watching, we taste two teas. First one is one I think Jason will like, and the second one is I don't think he'll like. I am a tea writer and educator. He is not a tea person in any way, shape, or form.
Nope. This is all out of love.
All right. So first up, our first tea is Tangerine Peel White Tea from TubeBuddy Pro. This was a sample, but basically it started out as an actual whole tangerine that's stuffed with white tea and then aged. Jason's a big fan of citrus, so I thought this would be a tea that he'd like.
Hopefully.
We shall see. So we're going to brew. The water's just under boiling, about 204 degrees, and we're going to let that brew for 30 seconds.
How do they come up with those numbers? Like 204?
It's because technically Celsius. So it's 95 degrees Celsius, which sounds like a better number, but it's 203 in...
Because we're the only country in the world that uses Fahrenheit.
It's 203 in Fahrenheit.
I have completely lost all the names of what teas are at this point. The only remember is duck shit. Sorry, I cursed on your show.
Apparently you can say shit on YouTube. I found that out when we did the duck shit episode.
Really? You just wait for the outtakes.
I'll go ahead and link that episode up there so you guys can catch that if you didn't watch it already. So it should be interesting to see what you think of this one.
At least there's a white tea.
It is a white tea.
Is that from the orange?
No, white tea usually kind of brews up like a...
golden color?
Yeah. It kind of depends on the tea.
Like whenever she gives me white tea, I plan on getting what looks like a hot cup of water.
Yeah. This one doesn't say how old it is, but typically this is a tea that's aged. So it most likely isn't, it's not a new tea. So that's part of why it's a darker color too.
Smells pretty good.
Yeah, see, this is a piece of the orange peel.
It's pretty cool. It's not orange.
It's black because it ages.
So it's rotten.
Kinda.
My wife loves me. She's gonna be rotten food. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I think I did not get a lot of the first sip because it was burning my tongue.
Yeah. The cup's actually hotter than the tea is, though.
No, asbestos tongue, asbestos fingers, nothing just burns anymore.
It is interesting. I've had chaud pour made this way, in the tangerine, but this is my first time having a white tea done this way.
You can taste the citrus.
Mm-hmm.
A lot, actually.
Yeah.
This may sound really weird, but I'm getting the hints of a tea version of a blue moon.
Okay, I could definitely see that. That it has that really orangey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very pronounced.
Mm-hmm. Now we didn't actually get the whole tangerine because I ordered samples of this, but they put bits and pieces of the peel in the tea itself. So you definitely do get that flavor.
It's very good. It's very, very good.
Good. I'm glad you like it. I wasn't sure
Doesn't mean I'm going to drink it again after this. But it is good. It's very light.
It is very light. It's
light,
lighter than it looks like it would be.
Light, citrus. Mm-hmm. You don't get much astringency out of it either.
No, it's a fairly smooth tea. It's slightly sweet. Not super, super floral.
I'm not getting any floral at all out of it.
Kind of earthy.
But I don't expect earthy out of a white tea.
Yeah, but this is aged too, so it's it's stuffing it into tangerine tea changes the flavor too.
Sorry, that's right. I forgot. It's been in a tangerine that's been laying on the floor for the last 10 years.
Not quite.
That's where the earthiness comes out of.
Mm. I almost get the citrus as an aftertaste. That I don't necessarily taste it when I have the tea itself in my mouth.
I'm getting the exact opposite from you.
Really?
I'm getting citrus right as soon as it hits my tongue. I'm getting citrus.
That's interesting. So I got white tea first and then citrus.
But to me, it's like I'm getting more of the tea as an aftertaste, but I'm still getting a really, really bit lingering of the orange.
Okay.
That it's like pretty much like we're flipped here. Because as soon as I taste it, I really don't taste any tea at all.
Yeah.
I'm getting a lot of like, like sweetness and fruitiness out of it, and then after it's done, I'm getting more of the orange. I'm sorry, more of the tea on the back end.
See that? So I figured we'll do another round before we move on to our second tea.
Or we could just drink this for the rest of the night. That'd be fine.
World Tea Expo started this week, and unfortunately I'm not there for the first time in quite a few years. So we're using my World Tea Expo souvenir cups from years past. It's kind of a homage to that. I'm not necessarily unhappy about not being in Vegas in like 120 degree heat though.
It's 90, I think like 92 here today, and it was.
I mean, it's hot here, but that's a different kind of heat.
So, but yeah, we get that really muggy heat. What's your friend say?
Oh, air you can wear.
Air you can wear. Just stand there and sweat. That's all you do. I mean, we got lucky when we went to World Tea Expo, or when Nicole went to World Tea Expo and I tagged along. We got lucky. It was only like 97, 98 degrees that week.
It was actually
like
pretty
super
cool.
dry air,
Yeah.
so it didn't really affect us that much. If it's 97 here in New Jersey, just bring a rag. That's all you gotta do.
I feel like the tea's darker than it was.
Well, in your second infusion, you
Oh
get
yeah.
that.
Every tea's a little bit different on that. It looks like it's like a chaumet, so like your kind of lower grade of white tea. This isn't necessarily something you're going to do with a silver needle. That's like your really high end white tea. So silver needle is made only with the buds. So like if you think about like in the span of what's on a plant, the number of buds are very small. So you have to work a lot harder to make it. Where if you go further down the grades, chaumet is made with larger leaves and hardly any buds. So it's lower grade because it's a lot easier to make. You can pretty much use any kind of leaves for it.
So the harder the work to make it, the more high grade it is.
Typically, yeah. Yeah. Every tea is a little bit different, but typically, especially with white tea, that's definitely the case.
Again, the first sip, I didn't taste anything. So it hurt my tongue again.
Oh no. You gotta remember to slurp.
I did slurp. My mother would kill you if she heard you drink it
It's
like that.
rude to not slurp your tea.
I know, but she doesn't get that. If my mom heard in the other room, like, she's like, what is this person doing over there?
It is funny. It's such a cultural thing. Like when I worked in tea shops, we would encourage people to slurp, and they would always be kind of hesitant, like they're like moms over their shoulder yelling at them while they do it.
Getting far less orange now.
Yeah,
Now it's turning more into the tea itself.
typically you're gonna get most of your orange flavor kind of in that first infusion.
Yeah. I'm getting much more of the tea now than anything.
That's why I didn't rinse it, because if I rinsed it,
Also, like now, it's like not astringent, but I'm getting like astringent. I guess you would get like in here.
yeah,
But I'm getting more of like the dry tongue
like a
feeling.
little bit of a dryness.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why I didn't rinse it, because it would really kind of throw out a lot of that orange flavor.
Yeah, it's turned into much more of a dry tea now. A lot less fruitiness. Actually, barely any fruitiness whatsoever.
White tea can be a little dry.
But like now, it's just more of like an earthy, dry tea now at this point.
Like the white tea's coming through more.
Yeah. If that's what white tea's supposed to be like, then yes.
Yes.
It's still not bad. It's not a bad tea. Have I had better? Yes. But
yeah, and it's not a flavoring, so like the orange is very subtle. Like it's not like Earl Grey.
Yeah, it's not like it's one of those like predominantly heavy flavored teas that it's gonna taste like peaches or strawberries, like those crazy kind of flavor concoctions. It's just like the first one I got like that real nice. I mean, the first steep, I got a real nice flavor of the orange, which I really like.
Mm-hmm.
And the second one here, it's mainly just a dry tea now.
Yeah.
It's not like nothing like it's super fancy about it. It's just like a earthy dry tea.
Mm-hmm. All right.
No.
Ready for your torture?
No. Nope. Before you get there, have to do it anyway.
Yep. So our second tea is the tea that we don't think Jason will like, and today that is the Kyoto roasted green tea, Hojicha Classic from Hojicha Co. They are a really great company if you enjoy Hojicha. The links to the teas that we drink are always in the description below, so you can check that out if you want. Don't take Jason's word for it if he doesn't like a tea, because his opinion generally is not the same as any other person who likes tea.
Haven't I had bad experiences with Hojicha?
I don't know. I don't think
like,
so.
As in like tastings?
I don't think so.
Have we ever done Hojicha before?
I don't think we haven't done the Hojicha.
No.
Alright, so we're going to brew, the water's about 194, and we're going to brew it for 1 minute.
Very dark.
Yeah. So this is a green tea, but it's roasted, so that's why.
I was about to ask you that too. It's like I thought you said it was a green tea, and I
Yes.
already don't like green teas to begin with.
Exactly, but you might surprise yourself because it's not your typical green tea in that sense.
This is episode, what, 17?
Mm-hmm.
But the last 14 to 15 times, this didn't work out good for me. So Hojicha is one of my favorite Japanese green teas. It's a really good choice for late at night because it's actually pretty low in caffeine. So for most people, everyone's a little bit different, but for most people it's not going to keep you up all night. It's because it's made mostly with twigs and stems and like broken leaves and bigger leaves, where caffeine is usually concentrated in the buds of the plant. And it's roasted, so that also brings down the caffeine as well. Alright, let's see what we got.
Okay.
Still feels really hot.
What's the verdict?
I didn't really get it. It's still a little hot, so I didn't get a really good sip out of it.
Okay.
It has a really weird taste on my tongue afterwards, though.
A weird taste in your tongue.
I can't describe it.
Okay.
Like, can I say nutty?
Yeah.
Like,
Hojicha's definitely nutty.
Like, I'm getting, like, I really didn't even taste it, rather because it was really hot, took a real small sip. But as it just, like, did my little, like, gross face. But, yeah, I'm getting a really, just off that little tiny bit,
Yeah.
like a real strong aroma of, like nuttiness.
No, that's definitely, because it's roasted, it definitely has a nutty character.
Not like a cashew, but like an actual just peanut. I'll be honest, it's actually not that bad.
Okay.
It wouldn't be one of my go-tos, obviously. I'm not crazy over the flavors that come right as you sip it.
Okay.
Because I get like I said, the peanuttiness in the aftertaste, and I actually do enjoy that. Because I like that, almost even like the saltiness and nuttiness, kind of like a taste to it. I really like that. But at the beginning, the front end, I'm not crazy over the front end. I'm just having a hard time describing why I don't yet.
Okay. Maybe, are you getting like some of like the grassiness of like green tea in there?
More like a dirt.
Okay.
No, like it sounds weird, but like that's like a. I'm trying to imagine if I just, picked up dirt and ate it, like what it would taste like.
Okay.
Like what I would imagine what it would taste like is what the front end tastes like to me, but the back end
it has
is,
like an earthiness.
a very strong earthiness.
Okay.
But the back end is great. You failed on getting me this time, Nicole.
Sometimes you can fail on purpose.
Watch the second infusion. This is horrendous. Just did it to myself, didn't I? The second infusion is going to be so mad.
No.
This is, but like I said, like the most predominant part is the roastiness of it. Is so, I want to say overpowering.
Yeah.
But it's definitely
That's basically the
most predominant, like, either flavor or aroma that I'm getting out of it.
Definitely.
Oh, I also realized the bigger sip you take of it, then it doesn't taste as good as it used to.
Really?
Yeah, now it's just a mouthful of dirt.
Interesting.
Dirt mouth.
Dirt mouth, okay. Oh my goodness.
It feels weird because like now this tastes different than it did.
Okay.
It's just more earthy now.
Maybe as the tea cooled?
I'm not sure. It's still fairly warm, but it just tastes more earthy now.
Interesting. Do you taste less of the earthiness if you take a smaller sip?
No.
No.
Maybe it's just me.
No.
It could just be me and like me saying.
Because you were thinking
I
about
was
the earthiness.
thinking of it,
more?
you know, or I'm saying, oh, it's going to be worse the second time around. Maybe it's just a mental thing for me. It's dry.
Okay.
It's not astringent,
No.
not floral at all.
No.
It really doesn't even have really any sweet notes to it.
See, I think it's super sweet.
You think so? Like I'm getting like that really, like we said before, like if I just opened a bag, like a bag of Planters or a jar of Planters, like salted peanuts. That's like the back end flavor, just that and nothing else. But I like that. The front end is also, but it's very earthy up front.
Okay.
Dirt mouth.
Dirt mouth.
Are you gonna do another infusion?
Yeah, we can do another infusion.
Sure. Maybe it might taste worse on the second one. Yeah, will the tea like this open up?
A little bit. And honestly, it might be slightly less roasty on the second.
That roastiness was really good. Yeah, but I mean, the first infusion was like all peanuts.
Yeah.
Like straight peanuts. And I had no problems with that. I thought it would have been darker.
Yeah. Like this isn't a super strong tea. The leaves are like really roasted, so they're not gonna really open up that much.
It's super hot.
Okay, ready for this one?
Sure.
It's still pretty hot.
I feel like we get a lot of the previous infusions flavors just toned down.
Yeah.
It's like I'm still getting the roastiness, just not as much.
Okay.
I'm still getting the earthiness, just not as much. It's just a toned down version of the first one.
Okay, that makes sense.
It just mellowed out.
Yeah. I feel like the first infusion was kind of smokier, in a way.
Oh.
Like, not like Lapsang Souchong kind of smoky, but there was just a hint of smokiness.
Like now it's almost turning into just like a black tea now at this point.
Okay.
At this point.
I can
It's
see
very-
like a weaker...
it's I don't want to say plain because that's
No, it's a Hojicha is a plain tea.
You know, just I'm not trying to say I don't make it sound like it's boring.
No, yeah.
It's now just turning out to like a regular tea. That has maybe just a couple accents to it.
This is a really comforting tea for me. Like, if it's before bed and I'm curling up with a book and I just want to relax.
To me, like, I think this would be a good tea that, actually, I would say it now, I like if I was sick.
Yeah.
It's like that good homey feeling, like the roastiness to it. It just, I feel like it would just make me feel better. You know, it would get my mind off being sick, just thinking about the roastiness and all that kind of stuff, watching something I like on TV, and, you know, stuff like that. My wife making me a grilled cheese sandwich, you know, all that kind of stuff.
It is a very gentle tea. Like in Japan, they actually give it to children. because it's very low in caffeine, it's very gentle, it's not going to keep you up all night, it's not going to mess with your stomach.
I can't believe how much I'm putting this down. Usually the second tea, it's just, you have to fight me to drink those. I'm actually drinking this.
Good. Like I said, I mean, this was kind of a fail on purpose kind of tea that I kind of just really wanted to see that, like, I feel like out of any green teas, this is going to be the one that you actually might like.
Because whenever I think of green tea, I just think of like, no, I don't like. I remember one time we were at Harney and Sons, and I swear it was Mountain Dew.
It was Fukumushi Sencha.
Oh my god! And she made me try a sip of it. Whoever made that, no offense, just nah, it's not my jam.
Yeah.
That was a pleasant surprise for the second one.
I'm glad you liked it.
And like I said, between the first and the second one, I mean, and as the infusions of the second tea, it was an identical tea.
I'm glad you like mouth dirt.
Just, I'm a potty mouth. What can I say? I just like. I can't believe I just said I like dirt mouth. Or mouth dirt, whatever I say it.
Yeah.
Only me.
Alright, well, thank you so much for watching. Let us know in the comments if there's a tea that you want Jason to try and if you think he'll like it or not like it. Also, make sure to check out our Patreon. That's going to be linked in the description below. Basically, it's just a way for our viewers to support the channel and help me make even more tea content. You'll also get to vote on what teas we drink in Husband Tea Torture for 7 episodes. So thank you again for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Bah. What?
Doing?
Smelling the tea.
Royalty bit.
I'd rather give up a kidney
Oh my god.
than drink matcha.